Let's get that sand. Hi, Andy. It's been cool seeing you coming into these streams of late. That was a good, that's quite a good stream tonight, I think, from the racing channel. Those last couple of races were pretty good too. I don't know if it's in the mind with the changes, but it definitely feels like there's been a bit of a physics change. I think it's in a good way. Let me just check something. Good whip. Audio's coming through, just making sure. I've done many a stream in this where I've forgotten to turn the microphone on. I've talked for hours. Yeah. Just want the channel to grow just a little bit more. To be honest. It's kind of stalled and it doesn't seem to be getting any new followers. I think I need to do some more normal videos. Lives are good, but you also need to mix it up with some videos. So I think I need to work on that. I'm still loving it, you know, it's just... I'm also loving the fact that I upgraded the hard drive on this thing. I managed to download a hell of a lot more games that I've been wanting to play and just couldn't because I didn't have the hard drive space in the PS5. It's not very good. Now having a dedicated 1 terabyte, it's enough for me. I can download games pretty quickly anyway. But it's kind of put me off getting some other games because of just not having the hard drive space. Now that I do, I'll be able to put a bit more on the PS5. I'm still unsure if I'm going to get the Xbox or PS5 version of Call of Duty yet. I do like my Call of Duty, so I do want to play Call of Duty. But I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to get it on the Xbox or the PS5. Yeah, we can get through there. Look at those lovely sunflowers. $5 terabyte. Yeah, well they're a bit cheaper to get, the old mechanical hard drives. These special SSDs you need for the PS5 aren't exactly cheap. I've got to try to get one cheaper by going through this computer store. But it was just a bit of an unknown. I just went to EB Games and got the one that they have there. It wasn't the cheapest, but it will do the job. 1 terabyte wasn't enough. It was double the price for 2 terabyte, and I just didn't think that was worth it at this stage. Probably been spending a bit too much of the money that I've been earning of late, but when you went for 2.5 years of virtually earning nothing and couldn't really spoil myself for anything, this made a huge difference. Now I've got the cockpit that I've always wanted, got the wheel. I know everyone's gone for the DD Pro, but this thing, I actually feel it actually feels better than the DD Pro, so I'm happy. Yeah, but the SSDs are the 2.5-inch ones. The ones for the PS5 are those funny little tiny things. They're like a little stick. They're not as cheap. You can get a 5 terabyte 2.5 SSD for the PS4 and that are a lot cheaper. And load things a bit quicker too. So we're going over here with our sand and logs. Then we need to go and get some more sand and some cement. This pit I didn't have a trailer. I could do it all in one go, but there's no trailer park for this section. I don't know where the trailer park is. It does. And this new faster SSD for the PS5, man, it's just almost instant loading. It's incredible. Okay, we need that diff lock on now. This is a really good truck for doing a lot of stuff in. Okay, I want to make sure I go the right way, so go left, not to the right. Well, it's, the main road actually goes to the left here anyway, actually, doesn't it? That kind of just goes up to a empty field. But it was worth it again. I also got the Google Nest cam wired. Now it's got that pointing at the front of the house, which is good because it covers the whole front of the house, and it detects anyone that walks around and it saves that footage, which is very handy. Because we've had some undesirables in our area of late. And it was quite a cost-effective way, and I've already got I've got a Google Mini, and I've got a Google Home Mini that goes next side to bed. So if I hear anything outside, I can actually check out the camera from my bed. Okay. We'll find somewhere. Okay, they drop off this trail. I think we might be able to drop it off in here, actually. Yeah. Wanted somewhere I can drop the trail off at the moment, and this will do. Perfect. We don't need that trailer. Now, if I'm sure I haven't got another trailer somewhere. Try and have a look. Oh, that's a flatbed trailer with that truck. I can use that truck to go and get the cement. And we use the truck that we're in. Go back that way to get sand. But I think I might go that way around just to go a different way because we went the other way. I like mixing it up whoop, there's a crane there. I like mixing it up which way I go sometimes. Watch what this camera can do. And if it works out well, I'm testing it at the moment, I might get a couple more to go around the house. I might get some the problem about the external ones, they're battery powered, and I don't really want to battery power us. Yeah, batteries run out. So this Google Nest thing's actually quite nice, cool. I'm going to test it out. I might have one for the back, but it covers the whole front end, and if a person walks through, straight away it recognises the person there and it records that footage. There's some other ones that are probably a bit more better, but I just haven't got time. I've actually got another one, an old Swan one that's downstairs in the garage. It's an external one. I might set that up also as a deterrent, and it'll be right above where the limo is. So that'll be good as a deterrent against some more undesirables. The house actually has an alarm system built in, but I can see the sensors, but it's got a keypad, but I don't have I don't have the password or how to set it up or anything, so I've never used it. But security cameras here, I want to set that up a bit. When I've got a expensive BMW in the driveway and all this expensive stuff in the house, so I want some kind of security thing. The good thing about the Google Nest, someone could come and steal the Google Nest, but it saves the footage on the cloud, so I'll still have access to it. Let's get a bit more speed. We'll go and chuck a bit more petrol in. That's what I do, and I always tend to throw more. As soon as I get a petrol, then I'll just fill it up, put more petrol in the truck. I'm going to go via patch fuel anyway. So that's the way we went last time, so I'm going to go a slightly different way this time. Starting to learn this map now, well, the first map of the 4 maps, so at least this is actually going to be quite a long one, but the previous map was a very small, simple map. Had a kind of race theme, but didn't really work too well, to be honest. I think that's the way we go, up that way. Yep. Got pretty good lighting, this one. Still need to try this game multiplayer, but I want to join someone else's game, not them come and join mine, because the whole point of this is me doing it all. So I don't want someone else coming to do it. But it'd be cool to join someone else's game one day. You can only join friends though, you can't just, there's no kind of like random multiplayer one can join. Yeah, that's where we're heading, that's where we're going to get more sand. Then we'll jump in the other truck and go and get them on the concrete. Whoop. We can do it, we can just keep the throttle, keep going. But yeah, that stream tonight was really good fun. That, of course, being Bathurst and GR4, but I'm going to be so upset if GR4 go away. GR4 needs to be the Daily Race C next week. GR3's has been in the game, been in for too long. And I'm just more of a fan of GR4 than the GR3s. Starting to warm up to the GR3s a bit more, mainly because we've had to, because we haven't had much of GR4 of late. But I hope the Daily Race C next week is GR4 on a decent track. You keep an eye out for when it's in special. I think it's actually on special at the moment. But definitely worth grabbing if one can get it on special. I know it wasn't special, I don't think it's on special now. I think I might skip to their morning again. Painful bit is that we have to come back. I might go back the other way, just to mix it up a bit. Let's avoid the water because sometimes the water can be a bit too deep. get bogged very easily. So we'll just skip that. It's still just a fun game to load up. It's not fast. It's more of a thing. You have to think about how you're gonna plan your routes and how you're gonna go through it and what the right vehicle. But I like it. It's a good change to slow down a bit from all the racing. And as you know, Gran Turismo 7 is still my favourite racing game of all time. It's the reason I got the PlayStation 5, just that one game. But I do play many others. Now I got the hard drive in, I want to finish off Spider-Man. My son has finished it so many times at the hardest level. He's a Spider-Man freak. He's done all the Spider-Man games. He can't wait for Spider-Man 2. He loves his Sonic, so he's looking forward to this new Sonic game that comes out in a couple of weeks' time. God, not that long now, I think about 2 weeks. He's already asked me to pick him up from school that day so he can get the game and play it at my place. On his Xbox Series S, which we had to kind of get because the Xbox One X that he was using died. But like you, Andy, I'm a techer. I love my tech, especially cameras. I've got a fascination with action cameras. I've got an Action 2, I've got a GoPro here. I always get the latest GoPros. I've got the Hero 11. Still got the Hero 10, I need to sell that. Osmo Pocket 2. Latest one, of course, is the new Insta 360 X3 360 camera. I'm loving that. You do just have to train yourself to edit the videos a lot. It's a bit more work than just a normal video, but you can pull off some amazing footage if you do it properly. Bought myself a new camera bag today just for carrying my stuff around. I always take cameras with me when I'm doing my limo work. Doesn't matter where I go, I take my cameras. I've got my camera bag and I've got a whole lot of different choice of cameras. And because some of these places I go to, like yesterday I was down at the famous Byron Bay where Chris Hemsworth lives. I was thinking about taking some photos before I came back home, but the weather was shocking and the traffic was really bad, so I just came home, and it was a very long trip home. Very, very long. 2 hours to get down, it was 3.5 hours to get home. So a lot of driving. And I'm really worried at the moment if I'm going to be able to continue driving, because diesel keeps going up every day. It's on a daily basis. I have never seen this in all the years driving. Have I ever seen fuel going up? And it's only diesel, petrol hasn't. Price of diesel going up every day. 3 days ago it went up by 5 cents. Then the next day it went up by 1 cent, and then again today it went up by another cent. I'm almost put money in it. Tomorrow it'll go up by another cent. I have never ever seen fuel go up every day. It's usually once a week or something like that. But at the moment it's been going up every day. No, I don't blame Russia. It's not Russia. Diesel's cheaper than petrol. Because at the moment, diesel is now 70 cents a litre dearer than petrol. Dearer. It is not dearer in real life. It should not be the price that they're asking. So we need to go back there. We'll just go back the way we came, but I think I'll go that way. We'll take the shortcut. Oops, I think we got stuck on the can. Whoa! Fuck! That scared the shit out of me. Okay, let's repair that. Don't get stuck on the... Don't go through those cans. Oh, the government like to blame everything. But they could still... There's still no reason why diesel is more expensive than petrol, especially by 70 cents a litre. Where petrol's actually come down, and for the last week it hasn't gone up at all. And it's a simple answer. The petrol companies do not want to upset everyone who has a petrol car, so what they're doing is upping the price of diesel just to subsidise the cost of petrol. And there are companies that are going bust. What's happening with the transport companies? Their monthly bills, like in the last week, just the last week, a truck company has had to close down because their fuel bill went up by $60,000 in a week. In a week. And they couldn't put up their cost charges to Coles, one of the big supermarket brands, because they were underneath contract for the next 2 years at a set price, and Coles would not let them put up the extra money to cover the extra costs involved, so they had no option but to close down. They went bankrupt. So I'm talking with people, with transport companies, to hold a nationwide protest for the truck companies, and they love the idea I've put forward to them. And the idea is that we all go and park our cars and our diesel vehicles. It can be tradies too, because a lot of tradies have diesel four-wheel drives and stuff. So basically the recommendation is anyone who's hurting from the new diesel prices, the national protest is to go and park your vehicles, trucks and everything, block all the driveways for the petrol stations. Block them all. The only people that are going to get upset are those of petrol cars, and we need to get the exposure. And it's not a protest where you're going to be smashing things up and stuff like that. No, not like some of these stupid idiot protesters that go and throw tomato soup. I think it was tomato soup over bloody. They went into the National Museum in England and threw tomato soup over a priceless Van Gogh. No, not that kind of stupidity protesting. Blockade protesting, you know. Hit the petrol companies where it hurts. If they can't sell their petrol because they're blocked, they're going to have to start doing something about it, because it's hurting the backbone. Now remember, Australia is a huge country, and everything in Australia gets delivered mostly by road, diesel trucks. You know, I know some people are saying, "Oh, electric cars are the way to go. Electricity, yeah, it's going to be it's the solution to everything." Well, electric trucks can't do 1,200 kilometres in a day, can they? Nah, 1,200 kilometres, and then be charged up fast enough so the truck can turn around with a new driver and go back the other way. With the government trying to force us into electric vehicles, the fuel companies are saying, oh, we're going to have to, our reign making money is getting less and less, so we need to start putting the prices up because of the threat by the governments to try and force everyone into electric vehicles. And I'm all for being more fuel efficient vehicles and more environmentally friendly vehicles, but electric vehicles is not the solution for everything. For some cars, and if you're going to work and back, yeah, electric car's pretty good, but as a replacement, nah. So the truck companies are panicking, and I still put it down to the government's fault. We have a thing over here called ACCC, which are supposed to investigate fuel pricing gouge, putting pricing up, and they're showing a complete blind eye to the whole fuel companies, even though you can blatantly see that they put the prices up at set times, and sometimes the cost of oil hasn't changed, but they still put the pricing up. It's all one big rort. But it's hurting to the point there that I may have no option but to sell the BMW. The pricing's already costing me an extra $200 a week, and I can't afford that expense if it keeps going like this. If it gets to $2.50, I'm going to have to sell the BMW and review what I'm going to do. I don't know. A hybrid would be great, but the problem is, for instance, hybrids are based on a normal car, which means that you lose boot space, and in limousines we need boot space to put customers' luggage. Where are we going to put luggage? There's some great hybrid vehicles out there, and I probably would have looked at getting one, but their boot space are tiny. They're absolutely shocking. Electric vehicles don't have the range for our work. Hybrids are, I think, a better solution, but a hybrid needs to be designed properly so it doesn't affect boot space. Yes, hybrid SUVs are getting more popular in our industry, but a lot of customers, they still want a sedan. They don't want a SUV, they want a sedan. There's bad snobbery in the hotels. The hotels only want a BMW, a Mercedes, or a Audi. And honestly, they're too expensive. Their hybrid options are way too expensive, and they're too new, so we can't get them at a cheaper rate. And even if we get it at a good second-hand one, its battery's getting old. And like there's a Lexus. I don't know what Lexus it is, hybrid. If you have to buy a new battery for it, it's $45,000 Australian to buy a new battery. $45,000. There's the charging infrastructure. How are you going to charge all these cars? You know, I'm not sure about your country, but here, we're struggling with our electrical grids. They're struggling with power, and if you want everyone to go electric, that's just going to put a bigger and bigger strain on the whole electrical grid, which is already. We're having blackouts sometimes because the electrical grid cannot cope. Alternative fuels is probably the best option, to be honest. Alternative fuels that can cut down the emissions. I think we need to stop this stupid mentality of we need to have zero emission. It's impossible to have zero emission. It's impossible. But electrical vehicles are definitely not the solution. Turn this around, I'm going to jump in that other truck and go get the cement. Why do they need cement? Cement's just there. Look, it's just in front of me. Why are they saying that they need cement when there's one right there? Seriously? Okay, just getting a little bandit. So we go this way. Yeah, get the cement, and we go back along here. Because we're going to need some fuel on the way anyway, so... It's so much easier if I could buy a trailer. But we can't, so... Nebelek! How are you, mate? You've had your lunch now, have you? Sorry I'm not streaming GT7, we had some good races and I thought let's not push our luck. Plus I was feeling a bit tired, and also I wanted to play some Snowrunner before going to bed, because it's 10 past 10 in the evening now. I don't normally go to bed till around 12, because otherwise I can't sleep at night. And I don't sleep very well at night. My brain won't shut the fuck up. Oops, I said the F word. Sorry. My brain won't shut up. So my brain starts thinking when I'm trying to sleep, and it keeps me up all night. I need to find a way to shut my brain down. Okay, now we can get the cement. Stop. No, I don't want bricks. Bricks, cement. 2 of those. Okay. How are you, Lebelek, anyway, mate? How's everything away from gaming for you at the moment? Have you got any other hobbies, Lebelek? I know we all know you love car racing and stuff like that, but do you have any other hobbies that you can do, or stuff you like that's away from racing and games? Is there anything else you like to do? I also remember you mentioned something about Call of Duty. Are you planning to get the new Call of Duty, are you? If you are, I do like my Call of Duties. I want to get the latest one. Modern Warfare 2 looks really... It's like a reboot, so I'm really looking forward to playing that. I'm just torn if I'm going to get it on the Xbox or PS5. One good thing about Call of Duty, though, for the multiplayer is that it is... it is... what you call it? Cross-platform. But having said that, you can't stream directly to YouTube on the Xbox. You can only stream to Twitch. So now I've got this new hard drive, I can probably get it on the PS5. That's friggin' expensive, the game. $129. But I want to play some of the new Call of Duties, and this new one looks really good. Let's just go for it. We can do it. Let's go straight through. But yeah, what's the stuff that you like to do that's away from gaming, racing? Is it other things, hobbies that you do? Mine is photography. I love photography. I play with my cameras and stuff like that. I just haven't... I've lost a bit of my mojo with photos and that lately, so I need to work on that. What do you do when you go out with your mum? So football, that's what we call soccer over here, isn't it? Yeah, soccer. What soccer team do you go for? The Belek? Is it Manchester United? Do you have a favourite soccer team? Sorry, football team. You guys call it football. We call it soccer over here because our football's guys running around in tight shorts, and they use their hands with the ball. They bounce it and kick it and mark it. So yeah, AFL's a bit different. Australian football. Cool. I've never actually heard of them, but no, I can talk about. I actually had a customer over the weekend, but who, believe it or not, has shares in Formula One, but not just Formula One. The European and the British soccer leagues, or should I say football leagues? Sorry, let's be more politically correct for you guys. This company basically does all the digital marketing and everything for Formula One and the British and English and European soccer leagues. I mean, he would have to be a multi-millionaire. He goes to everyone. He goes to just about every Formula One race, and he even offered me, possibly, he might even be able to get me some tickets to the Melbourne Grand Prix next year. It was really quite cool. We had a really good chat. We spoke a lot about Formula One, and he actually has an interest in it. He owns a percentage, not probably a huge amount, but it was really interesting to drive him. He was over here for something down in Melbourne and came up here to Brisbane to visit some friends of his. But still, to this day, my favourite job was picking up Martin Brundle from the Melbourne. Martin Brundle himself had to drive him from the airport up to the Sunshine Coast where he was visiting Mick Doohan. I'm sure you guys have heard who Mick Doohan is. Okay, what's our next mission? Fan blade. Well, I'm sure I've seen a fan blade. We just need to grab the trailer. There's a trailer there too. Okay. But we saw one over here too, didn't we? Okay, so. But it's saying we get this one over here. Well, that's going to be fun to get that out. That's going to need a high. What trucks? This truck here is probably going to be best. So let's. Well, we've got 15 minutes, but I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm going to recover this back to the garage. Just come before driving it all the way. Yeah, saddle high. Okay, we might need to upgrade the engine. Still can't. Okay. The engine should be okay. Got the big tyres. Yeah, I don't want to take. It would actually remove. We need that on top. Okay, so we need to go. Where was it? Or was it over here? Over there. So what I might do is we're here. So we'll cut across there. Around that way. Come through there to unlock that and go grab. See if we can get this freaking long trailer. We'll probably have to do the trail in the next episode because we've got 15 minutes, but let's get on our way to there. Yeah, only you guys are only like 24 hours away from me. Just have to jump on a plane to fly over. And I hate flying. So the thought of flying by myself for 24 hours all the way to England is kind of... I want to go to England. I said I've got my mum's family who live in the Ipswich area. So I've got that family I've never met over in England. So yeah, I'm half Pom, by the way. I'm half a Pom. My mummy's a Brit. Which way do I... That way I kind of struggle for there. Might go this way. Takes us past a farm where I can fill up with some more fuel. Which way is the Ipswich from where you guys are? Ipswich. That's where my mum's sister lives. So I have to visit them. I think Ipswich is south of London, isn't it? South from London. I think. I don't really know. You guys should know Ipswich. Where is that from you guys? It's 3.5 hours south from you, okay. We have an Ipswich here in Queensland actually too. It's not a good area though. It's more of a scummy area. More lower income, bit of a questionable area. I wouldn't live there. There's some machinery there. I'll have to get that for mission at some point, but not today. Shortcut. Whoa! A bit of a dump there. Whoa! So Lebellic, have you given the new NSX a go? Does it feel any different to you? Because it definitely felt a lot better to me. Have you given the new patch a go? Actually, yeah, but yeah, that new NSX GR4 is definitely a lot better than what it was beforehand. They've improved the handling. Well, quite a drastic amount. It's probably the biggest change I've noticed out of all the cars. Yeah, it feels different and a lot better to me. But we all drive differently, so what might be better for me might be worse for you. But the rear end just didn't want to kill you every corner. Like when we last drove it, man, it just felt like that. The rear end just wanted to kill you. Now it's just the other drivers on the track. And again, sorry I didn't get to finish that first race I tried with the Alpha, Andy, but hey, we used it in that last race and we won it, so you still got your car you chose, still got the win. Actually got to win. So that's pretty awesome, I reckon. Actually, I don't think I need to get fuel. I could fill up, but our fuel's still pretty good. We'll do that when we've got the trailer coming back. It's a big trailer. Not sure if we'll get to it before the end of the stream though. Like, you saw the guy in that stream, he just turned to the right. He just literally... I gave him a bit of a bump because he made a mistake, so there was not much I could do there. But the way that he just turned to the right to put me in the wall, I had to steer to the left to avoid him just literally pushing me in the wall. I find that kind of driving is disgusting. And some of the other racing we saw in that race, like we saw behind us, when another guy took a guy out, that was disgusting as well. It's just uncalled for. And this shows that they can't race. They're angry with themselves. What they actually are is they're angry with themselves for making a mistake. So he does everything they can to ruin anyone else's. No, you can't overtake me. I've made a mistake, so I'm going to take you out. And I got turned around. And it's so hard to turn around in GT7. It's a lot harder than Sport. Sport used to turn you around even if it was automatically a lot quicker. Now you can take ages to turn yourself around. I wish it allowed you to use the clutch so you could spin the car around easier. Flex spin. I mean, what's it, 7 minutes left. I think we'll be able to get to the trailer in time. At least hook up this trailer so you guys can see how big big ass this trailer is. We're going to do that in the morning though. Okay, we've had a nice sleep. I don't really like rage quitting. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to try it tomorrow night, but not on stream. I'm actually going to do a race at Bathurst. But I'm going to do some qualifying. I want to do some sit down and do some proper qualifying. If I can get into the high 11s on Aussie Tech Racing, I might actually try some races with that and see if the guys in the A class are running cleaner than these guys that we had in these other races. Because I've not been happy with the racing standards of late. And the Australian servers are prone to having a lot of really bad, dirty drivers. Okay, this is where we go left and then right. Okay. And I feeling that was it. Every area has their dirty drivers, sadly. This is where we turn right, yep. But I'm definitely going to jump in that Alpha on Oztech Racing probably tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon. Depending on if I get any more work. I've only got 2 jobs tomorrow. I only had 1 job today. We're nearly at the trailer. And we've still got some minutes left. We might even try and start moving the trailer. And you see, it's going to be it's a big job. Not even sure if this truck's going to be powerful enough. We'll find out. Oh look, there's another. There's a. There's another trailer that we needed. That's what we needed before. That'll be for another one. We need to get on the other side of this rail line. I've got a cramp in my left hand. I can't get the button. Okay. We'll have to make our way around this way, I think. There's a trailer over there. We have to move that thing. Take this nice and slow. We're going to have to tow that trailer. How the hell are we going to get it out of here? Guess we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to have to go around that way. Guess we'll be able to do it. Oh, we're connected now. Okay, look. That's a big ass trailer. Okay, you please. Oh, I've been there. So this is where the fun really begins. I can't go around that way, that big rock's in the way, so I have to go around this way. Come on. We can do it. Go a bit slower. So this is where it gets interesting. So we need to Get it. Holy shit, how the hell we... How can we get it around there? We're not going to get it around that corner. So, the only way we can go is this way, which is not going to be easy. Oh well. Guessing that's the way it wants us to take it. Because we're not going to get it through there. Which is the way I thought we were going to do it. I might be able to. I'll have a look. We get it on that angle. Well, we might be able to actually. Get it on this angle. Oh, it's a bit wider than I thought. Good. If we can... Yeah, we can do it. Come on. We can do it. I can do it. We can do it. Come on. Yes. Like a glove. Look at that. We got it through there somehow. I've seen these things on the road in real life. They quite often midnight when I'm driving back from Toowoomba, I see these things going back the other way. They got police escorts. They're massively long. So this is where Snowrunner gets really interesting, when you've got these really big trailers. Can we make the turn? Yes. Make it. Like a glove. I'm glad I didn't try the other way. See, this had to limit this back all the way over to that windmill, so we follow the whole road, I think. Yeah. Oh no, heaps, isn't it? Heaps of room. Just take it slowly, slow and steady. And with that, it's gone to an hour. So I'm going to park it up over here. And we'll have to wait till the next stream to see what happens. Deliver this big ass... Actually no. Because of the way the save games go, I'm going to drive this a bit further down, because I don't want to have to go through all that again. Sometimes saves are quite off. So let's just go a little bit longer into the town. Take a nice wide circle. I'm used to driving big long things. My stretch limousine I used to own, I'll put a post of it in the I'll show you. I'll put a photo of my old stretch on Discord, so check that out a bit after. But it was 8.7 meters long. Sit 11 people in the back of it. No, 10. Could sit 11, but I wasn't licensed for 11, only 10. But keep an eye on Discord. I'll put a photo of it there. I'm going to get to this town around the corner here, because then it should have enough buffer to save us. I think we'll be okay. Ah, like a glove. Yeah, we'll park it up on the left here. I don't care if it's the wrong side of the road. I know it's right hand side of the road, but hey, I'll get around this corner. I've got a reason. I've got a big ass freaking trailer. I'll drive where the fuck I want. There's no traffic anyway, so what am I worried about? But yeah, there. I just better not block that intersection. No, I'll just drive a bit further forward. Yeah, here. Come to a nice stop. Put the handbrake on. Stop the engine. Do-do-do-do-do. And that's it for today's stream. Thanks, guys, for coming along. You guys, Andy and Liberta, you two are becoming my favourite followers. So thank you so much. It's just amazing. People from the other side of the world are watching me. It's just so incredible. And believe me, it's appreciated. Anyway, guys,